Hello! I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel! Guess what? I have a reading for my Cancer moons! I'm always so excited to do Cancer moon readings. Do you know why? If you're new to my channel, it's because I'm a Cancer moon. But of course, as always, with all my readings that technically are for me as well, I promise I will keep all my biases out of this. This is a general reading for all of us and the general energy that's going on for all of us, not just about me. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going through it a little bit, so hopefully you guys are okay. I'm a little nervous for this one, but that's okay because I'm also excited. There we go. Anyway, as I'm shuffling, please take some deep breaths. Let's take this time to ground ourselves, to maybe relax a bit. I'm giving this disclaimer for all my videos for the next few weeks, but it is currently eclipse season and Mercury retrograde, so we're just doing our best, okay? We're doing our best. Things are chaotic. Like I said, I'm going through it. Okay, this one wants to come out. Okay, I think we should do one more shadow card. I'm feeling it. There we go. But it's just for a couple weeks. I'm not... I really don't have any authority to speak on astrological things too much, so I'm not gonna explain it. But all I know is that chaotic, crazy energy happening for the next couple weeks, but it will end. So anyway, Cancer moons, let's get into this. So our oracle card, we've got To Be Fair. Okay, let's see. All right, we've got the Empress, Knight of Cups reversed, Four of Cups reversed, Four of Cups upright, the Lovers reversed, Eight of Wands reversed, and then we'll wait for this one. We'll flip it over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. Okay. I am feeling like this is about love life and relationships. Whether you're in one or not. Sorry, my own personal interpretation is flooding in my brain, but I promised this is a general reading, so let's interpret it fully. All right, we've got the Empress. The Empress is obviously very feminine. It's kind of the feminine archetype of tarot. So in that way, this card represents specifically motherhood, or kind of nature, Mother Earth, all of that. So this could be representing a mother figure for some, but I feel like it's more just any kind of real feminine energy, or a person who represents some kind of feminine energy in your life. And below that we have Four of Cups, which honestly, I like describing this card by just showing it to you, because that's, if you notice the look on this person's face, this kind of just blah, apathetic face, that's Four of Cups. It's apathy. It's kind of just feeling whatever, I think I'm guessing that's just kind of how you might be feeling about dating and love life and your relationship in general. And I especially am thinking that because of these two cards. Knight of Cups, in a lot of traditions, it's thought that if the Knight of Cups pops up in a reading, it symbolizes, or, with traditional gender stuff, if the Knight of Cups shows up in a woman's reading, it means that like a knight is coming for her, a man is coming for her, like a boyfriend, husband type thing. Kind of an old archaic idea, but I also do kind of feel that with this card in general. Usually when this card pops up, it feels like, rather than it just being like a literal man for a literal woman, it's more just like somebody with some kind of love or support to offer is heading their way into your life. I'll kind of show this up close because we have this knight figure with holding out this cup, right? And in tarot, cup is associated with the water element, which is associated with emotions, feelings. So I don't know, with this card, it does feel like somebody, he's offering out this cup, right? It's like somebody coming in and offering their love and support and all of this. And it can be somebody you already know in real life or a completely new person walking into your life, either way. However, this is reversed. So it kind of feels like there's somebody who you maybe expected to give you love and support is not doing that. Or there is somebody who, I don't know, maybe like if you're dating, it's kind of symbolizing that you thought you might meet the right person by now and you haven't. Kind of that, I don't know, I am just specifically right now getting more like a disappointed type feeling. And then the Lovers reversed below that. The Lovers card in particular, it does represent not just like simply representing a relationship, but it does kind of have the energy of like a partnership, a unity, a 50-50, So when it's reversed, it kind of doesn't necessarily just mean the lack of being in a relationship, but it can more broadly mean the imbalance, feeling like one person is giving more in the relationship than the other, or, one person feels more love for one person than the other. It's not reciprocated equally. Yeah, so I think this is what's causing this right now. Just kind of almost like a giving up kind of feeling. A little bit, kind of just being like, screw this. Like I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I don't care what happens. Love isn't real. Okay, maybe not that, but that kind of just like, God, whatever, that kind of feeling. We also have Four of Cups up here, which is reversed. So Four of Cups reversed is what happens when you feel Four of Cups upright for too long and don't take care of it. Okay, so what I mean by that is, like, let's say you are dating right now, you're trying to find a partner, and you kind of, are at this point where you kind of hit this wall, and you're like, maybe I'll just never find anyone. Yeah, I don't know, nothing's working. Kind of don't care anymore. Kind of sick of getting hurt. Yeah, maybe I'm just, that kind of thought pattern. And instead of like coming out of that at some point, you just feel that and feel that and feel that so much that all of a sudden it's become too much, right? And now all of a sudden you are actively passing up opportunities to find love, to find a partner. It's this like aloofness, right? With Four of Cups reversed. It's kind of, it's about imbalance, right? Because obviously it's not necessarily a bad thing to feel this way, right? Everybody feels that way about like everything at some point, right? You know? And that's like fine and valid and not necessarily bad to feel that way. It's just about like kind of coming out of that at some point. You know, it's kind of being like, oh, well, all men are terrible, screw it, I'm just never going to find a man that I like, right? It's kind of like, well, okay, yeah, you can feel that sometimes, but at some point, you come out of that and you're like, not every single man on the planet is terrible, right? Like, I can probably find somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to use it, I'm just trying to illustrate my point. Four of Cups is kind of when you've just, instead of coming out of that, you've just kind of given up and you're just like, yeah, no. But by giving up, you're losing out on the opportunity to find what it is that you are looking for, right? Well, now you're definitely not going to find what it is that you want because you're just like, well, I'm done, you know? Or just maybe not even giving up, but just like giving up in some kind of sense, you know? Anyway, I don't mean to stay on that for too long, but we've got this Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands is, upright is very like quick, rapid movement. So when it's reversed, it's kind of symbolizing some kind of obstacles, which I think, right here, this section is kind of straightforward in saying your attitude might be preventing you from finding opportunities for what it is that you want, right? So like, let's say for those of you who are currently in a relationship and are just kind of going through this tough time, this might be showing that you might be feeling so hopeless, I guess, pessimistic about your partner that you're not even noticing or acknowledging the good parts, right? Because you're just so caught up in the, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I can get out of this, even if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to. Like, kind of just so caught up in all of that mental stuff. And it's creating more problems, right? So now, I'm talking to a bunch of Cancer moons right now, okay? I'm a Cancer moon. I know how you feel. And let me be very, very, very clear. I'm not saying that what you're feeling is not valid. I obviously don't know what you're going through at all. This is just a general reading. What this reading is trying to remind you of is balance, right? This is our main card here, this to be fair, right? That doesn't mean deny how you're feeling. That doesn't mean that you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel. Our emotions are so important to us. I know. I'm right there with you. I get it. It's just, something that we have to remember is that balance, right? Of, yeah, it's okay when you have those nights where you're just crying because everything feels so difficult. I mean, especially when it comes to relationships and your heart. I mean, yeah, it's important to feel those things, to release those emotions, whatever you got to do. But at some point, you do need to remember to look at things a little more logically, a little more objectively, to be fair to both yourself and your partner or your potential partners or whatever. Remembering to be fair, that balance. That's what I'm mainly, that's the gist of what's going on here. Okay. Let's take a look at this final card. Are we ready? The Hermit. Oh, that's so fun. So with the Hermit card, pretty straightforward. I think something that would be really helpful for you right now is taking time to yourself. Not necessarily isolating. Again, I don't know exactly what is realistic for you specifically, but taking some time to yourself, processing things by yourself, maybe asking yourself kinds of questions of like, how am I feeling? Why do I feel this way? What needs are not getting met? What is it that I'm really looking for? Things like that. Essentially just doing shadow work, right? There's just some kind of inner work that needs to be done. Maybe some scars that still need a little bit of healing. Things like that. So I think I don't want to say isolation, but like just some alone time, some quiet time, some reflecting time, shadow work time will be very helpful. And I think the best place to start is balance, being fair to yourself, but also to other people, not denying your emotions and your feelings, but just kind of reflecting on them, questioning them. A little bit, only a little bit, not too much. Yeah. Final thoughts. Here's the good news. I don't really see anything too bad in here. I think this reading is not any kind of warning, not any kind of, oh, you need to get out of this, not any kind of that. It's mainly just telling you we still need to do some inner work. I think if you're dating and looking for somebody, some inner work, some shadow work is going to really help before you can find whatever it is you're looking for. If you're currently in a relationship, I think obviously relationships are a two-way street. I'm a big believer in that. It's not like we are the only ones who can fix this. But I think some problems might be resolved if you can do some inner work, right? Some shadow work. And honestly, if you do your shadow work and are quote unquote doing all the right things and it's still not working out, that is good information. Then you do it that way you will. Okay, anyway, I hope I'm not being too long-winded. My Cancer moons, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that this reading helps you, maybe gives you a little more clarity. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me, or if you'd like anything clarified, you can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm already looking forward to our next reading next month. And I will see you again soon. Bye!